Where Have I Gone? Written and read by Pauline Quirke. Preface. I decided to write this book for one reason and one reason only. Me. Why? Well, I'd reached a point in my life when something had to change, and fast. You might call it a crisis point. It certainly felt like one to me. There I was, a wife, mother and busy actress in my early 50s, tipping the scales at almost 20 stone and getting fatter by the day. I was tired, I was unhealthy, and I felt bloody miserable. What is it they say? The only way is up? Well, I guess that's what this book is all about. Falling flat on your face, literally, and then getting up again. When I first had the idea to write the book, full of enthusiasm back in the summer of 2010, my plan was to present it in the style of a bright and breezy journal with the daily food diary included. I was just starting work on one of Britain's most popular television shows, Emmerdale. I'd had to move away from my family to live in Leeds, and I'd just made the momentous decision to lose a massive 8 stone in weight, all at the same time. There was a lot going on, folks, and it was as exciting as it was terrifying. My big idea was to scrupulously document this voyage into the unknown, sharing my day-to-day life with you, lovely readers, along with my thoughts and fears, whilst charting my weight loss journey with inspiring tales of triumph and quite possibly despair. I then intended to pepper the text with lots of witty but helpful dietary tips and healthy recipes that I'd gathered along the way. And by the end of the book, I would be slim and glamorous and look exactly like Kate Moss, and it was all going to be fabulous. Well, that was the plan, anyway. Unfortunately, as you'll discover when you read on, my plan went somewhat awry, and I was about as good at keeping a journal and a food diary as I was at sticking to the aforementioned diet. The whole thing went to pot. In fact, I ended up piling on even more weight. Then I got fed up with keeping the diary, and suddenly it looked as though my wonderful notion of writing a book was doomed to complete failure. My husband Steve didn't agree at all. Surely this makes for a more interesting story, he argued. A more honest story. I think you should keep writing. Write about what happens when you fail, when you hit rock bottom, and you have to face the world and start all over again. Seriously. So that's exactly what I've done. And eventually, Where Have I Gone has evolved into so much more than just a journal. Yes, I've documented a rather tumultuous year, but quite apart from that, I've remembered and recounted some funny, treasured, and some not quite so funny and not quite so treasured memories, plus a fair few tales from my 40-year career as an actress into the bargain. I also found myself jotting down some of my own views on any number of subjects, never backward in coming forward, so you've got that to look forward to as well. It certainly has been a remarkable and sometimes rather bumpy journey, but when all's said and done, I've been extremely fortunate to have the family life and the varied career that I've had. All the things that have happened to me this year have made me think about exactly how I got to where I am, not to mention where I'm going next. And in the end, I'm very glad I did write it all down, so that I'm able to share it with you and get it all off my chest. Chapter 1. My Doomed Diet Diary, June 2010. I was a skinny child, a slim teenager, a curvy woman, and then a big woman. And according to my bathroom scales right now, damn them, I'm a very big woman. How the hell did that happen? Well, I guess I know how it happened. Despite this somewhat alarming revelation, my husband Steve and my kids Emily and Charlie love me very much, and no doubt will continue to do so, and I have had a long and not unsuccessful acting career for 41 years. Yes, I've been coming at you through your television sets for that long. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? This is no mean feat as far as I'm concerned, big or small, as so many actors seem to be out of work half the time, or resting.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?